Welcome back, deep thinkers. Did you know that stress levels have skyrocketed over the past decade? A large part of this is due to our inability to let things happen naturally. Our lives have become a constant battle against the currents, our minds always racing, trying to predict and control every outcome. This constant need for control, the inability to let things be, is taking a toll on our mental and physical well-being. The art of letting things happen, it's not about giving up or resigning to fate, it's about understanding that life has its own rhythm, its own flow. It's about accepting that we cannot control everything, and that's perfectly okay. It's about learning to dance with life, rather than trying to lead. This dance is a delicate balance, a practice of acceptance, patience, trust, surrender, mindfulness, gratitude, and detachment. If you're curious about how to apply this principle in your life, stay with us. Our first principle, acceptance, is key. Many of us spend too much time resisting reality. We often find ourselves in a tug-of-war with life, pushing against the currents and trying to mold the world to fit our expectations. But what if we told you that your stress could be significantly reduced by simply accepting things as they are? Let's take a step back and consider a real-life example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You're late for a meeting, and the cars around you are not moving. You feel your blood pressure rise, your hands tighten on the wheel, and frustration bubble up. But what are you really fighting against here? The reality is you're in a situation that you cannot change. The more you resist, the more you stress. Now, what if you tried acceptance? Acknowledge the situation. Yes, I am stuck in traffic, and yes, I might be late. This doesn't mean you're content with being late or that you're giving up on getting to your meeting. It just means you're accepting the reality of the situation. You're in traffic. The moment you accept your situation, you might find that your stress levels start to decrease. You might even find a solution that you wouldn't have thought of if you were still busy resisting, like calling ahead to let them know you're running late or rescheduling the meeting. Acceptance isn't just applicable in traffic situations. It's a tool you can use in your relationships at work or even when dealing with personal challenges. It's about acknowledging the reality of your situation, not fighting against it. This principle of acceptance is not about passivity. It's not about letting life happen to you without any input or action on your part. It's about recognizing what you can't change and focusing your energy on the aspects that you can influence. Remember, acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It doesn't mean you stop trying to improve your situation or stop striving for better. It's simply about understanding the reality of your situation and working from there. Acceptance isn't about giving up, it's about understanding reality. This is the first step in the art of letting things happen. Acceptance can be your key to a less stressful, more fulfilling life. Patience is more than just waiting, it's about maintaining a positive attitude whilst waiting. Consider a gardener who plants a seed. They don't just toss it into the ground and expect it to bloom overnight. They water it, nurture it, and patiently wait for it to grow. This principle is not just applicable to gardening but permeates all aspects of life. Imagine the writer who spends countless hours, days, even years crafting a masterpiece. Or the athlete who trains relentlessly, pushing their body to the limit every single day in pursuit of their dream. Patience is about understanding that great things take time. It's about realizing that the journey to success is often long and filled with obstacles. But it's also about maintaining a positive attitude throughout that journey, even when things don't go as planned. Patience is not about passively waiting. It's about active anticipation, a calm persistence to stick to your path no matter what. So remember, patience really is a virtue. Trust in the process. Even when you can't see the end, have faith that it's there. As we delve into the third principle, let's talk about trust. Trust is about having faith in the journey, even when the destination isn't apparent. It's like being lost in a labyrinth. You don't know which turn will lead you to the exit, but you trust that every step you take, every turn you make, brings you closer to the way out. Let's take the example of a musician learning a new instrument. At first, the notes may sound off and the rhythm might be all over the place. The musician may not see immediate progress, but they trust that with each practice session, they are inching closer to mastering the instrument. That's trust in action. Moving on to the fourth principle, surrender. Now, surrender isn't about giving up or admitting defeat, rather it's about letting go of the need to control every aspect of our lives. It's about understanding that we cannot micromanage the universe, and that's okay. Imagine you're planting a seed in your garden. You water it, ensure it gets enough sunlight, and protect it from pests. But despite all your efforts, you can't control how the seed will grow. You can't force it to sprout overnight. nor can you dictate the shape of the leaves it will have. All you can do is provide the right conditions and then surrender to nature's process. In both trust and surrender, there's a common thread of letting go of control. It's about understanding that we don't hold all the reins in life, and that's perfectly fine. It's about embracing the unknown, the unpredictable, and finding peace within it. Both these principles are not about passive resignation but active acceptance. They empower us to navigate life with an open mind and a calm heart, knowing that even if we can't control the waves, we can learn to surf. Trust the process, surrender to the moment. That's the mantra for finding peace in letting things happen. Mindfulness isn't about being in control. It's about realizing you're not in control. And gratitude, it's about focusing on what's right rather than what's wrong. The principle of mindfulness is like finding a calm center in the midst of a storm. It's not about pushing the storm away or pretending it's not there. It's about acknowledging the storm, feeling the wind on your face, and realizing that you can't control the weather. Consider the example of a traffic jam. You can't control the traffic, but you can control your reaction to it. You can choose to be frustrated, or you can choose to accept the situation and use the time to listen to a podcast, reflect on your day, or simply be present in the moment. Now let's shift our focus to gratitude. Imagine you're hiking up a mountain. You're tired, your muscles are aching, and you're focused on the steep path ahead. But then, you pause, turn around, and see the incredible view behind you. Suddenly the pain and fatigue don't seem so important. That's the power of gratitude. It's about shifting your focus from the difficult path ahead to the beautiful journey you've already made. Gratitude also helps you to recognize and appreciate the good in your life. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, on what's missing, but when you practice gratitude, you start to notice the good around you. The warm sun on your face, the smile of a loved one, a delicious meal. These might seem like small things, but they are the threads that weave the fabric of our happiness. The principles of mindfulness and gratitude are like two sides of the same coin. Mindfulness helps you to accept the present moment, while gratitude helps you to appreciate it. Together, they can greatly improve your mental health and overall sense of well-being. They help you to realize that while you can't control everything in your life, you can control how you perceive and respond to it. So remember, live in the moment. Be thankful for what you have. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to let go. As we delve into the seventh principle, let's explore the concept of detachment. Detachment is not about indifference or uncaring. Quite the opposite, it's about caring for something so deeply, you allow it to exist without your influence or control. Imagine a parent watching their child take their first steps. They could hold the child's hand, guide every step, but that's not how learning happens. They let go, allowing the child to stumble, to fall, to learn. This is detachment. It's about giving the freedom to others and ourselves to experience, grow, and become. It's a difficult practice, often going against our instinct to control and protect. But as we master it, we find that it leads to personal growth and a deeper understanding of the world around us. The ultimate freedom is detachment. The art of letting things happen isn't about giving up control. It's about understanding that not everything is within our control. As we journeyed together through the 7 principles, we explored the power of acceptance and the virtue of patience. We learned to trust the course of life and to surrender to the rhythms of the universe. We delved into the tranquility of mindfulness and the richness of gratitude. And finally, we discovered the freedom of detachment, the sublime liberation from the chains of obsession and the need for control. These principles, when embraced, can lead us to a life of serenity and fulfillment. They act as guiding lights, illuminating the path to inner peace and contentment. They teach us to dance with life rather than trying to orchestrate its every move. We hope you found this deep dive interesting. Don't forget to engage, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, Deep Thinkers.